Hey everybody, I use this photograph behind me to show you what I mean when I think about making a historic district, a real historic district here in the heart of Vermilion. This, of course, is a picture of the old Congregational Church, first Congregational Church here in Vermilion. It still stands. It is now the Millet Auction House. At the time of this photograph, it was before probably electricity, and they still had the stables behind the buildings, both the town hall back here, the town hall and the church, for visitors who came into either the town hall or the church, come to church. I have been toying with the idea, and I've mentioned it to a lot of people. I think people think I'm nuts, but I'd like to buy this building. It's now the Millet Auction House, as I might have just said. And, excuse me, I think it's a valuable part of the history of Vermilion. The good part about it, this whole situation is that the church, the town hall to the left, next door to the south, and the shop behind us, plus several of the houses on that exact block are very historic houses, plus the church on the other side, the E&R Church. Now, if I had this building, I wouldn't make it into a church again, but I would use it because there's quite a nice space where the sanctuary used to be. All the benches are gone. A lot of work has to be done. Excuse me for a minute. All the benches are gone from the sanctuary. It's kind of a messy place now, but there's a lot of room in this building. They did build onto the back, so there is more space back there. Plus there's the downstairs where at the moment there are like little antique booths, people selling antiques, which is kind of nice. They rent space, I guess that's how it works. But I would make it into more of a history museum. I would just extend the history museum to include this building here. That space where the sanctuary used to be could be used to do programs and things like that. And I would look forward to having space to be able to do that, because I don't have any place other than the library, if I can get it, or the new Congregational Church up in State Street. But this would be ideal for doing that, and it might be a good idea to keep the little antique booths downstairs, at least for now, and have them pay a little bit of rent to have the little booths down there, and be able to keep this thing open 12 months a year. Currently, she shuts down for the winter, and I suppose it saves her money, because then she doesn't have to really have a lot of heat in the building or anything like that. But in any case, there's a lot of repairs to be done in this building. Unfortunately, the bell is gone and the stained glass windows are gone as well. But I think the building could be renovated to be very, very useful. But she wants probably what I think is maybe a little too much for it. I think she was asking around at least $200,000 for the building. And there's a lot of space. She's right about that. Given the space, it's a lot of space, but there's no property with it. All the property around it belongs to the city, so it's all part of the city green, they call it now, which is fine. That's just fine with me. But the building is real useful, but I don't have the wherewithal. I don't have a way to finance purchasing this building, and I certainly don't want to pay $200,000 for it. I think somewhere under that, but I think the only offer that I could make that she would take under $200,000 is going to have to be in cash, and I certainly don't have that kind of money. I wish I did, but I don't. This building, I believe, is in the National Register, which is good, because you can get grants to renovate, and a lot of renovation will need to be done. That's why it's not worth $200,000. But this is my idea about this whole area to be a very historic area in the future. I hope it gets done. If it doesn't get done by me, I hope it gets done by someone else, and they make this into a real nice historic district. And that's my idea, my plan anyway.